すべての鐘は鳴り響いた。フェイト、グランドオーダー、コスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト、妖精円卓領域、アバロン・ルフェ。巡礼の旅の終わり、冬の玉座は誰の手に。
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We're at Orkney of the past now, where apparently Mash is going to go to sleep or something? There's something about her waiting here, which, well, I don't know how to feel about that. We did that whole rigmarole once. I mean, mind you, she's only going to be waiting, what? Because she's in 400? Oh, she's only going to be waiting here for, you know, a long time. I'm not doing math. What are you taking me for? Let's see what happens in Fragment 9. Oh boy. I swear if it's literally just, what if we just put you into stone and you'll be conscious the whole time, but think about how much you want to stay? That's a bell. Huh. But they said there's no bell in Orkney. Orkney. End of Fey Era 400 after the fall of Londinium. Totterat, where did Ash go? She went to check on the World Tree. I mean, the Tree of Emptiness. She said she's going to wither it until it dies, then she'll end the Fey Era and create a new land. I see. I wish there was something I could do for her, but there isn't. It's all gone. All of it. Everything Ash. Everything we all worked for destroyed. Just like that. For no reason at all. I guess there really isn't any way left to save Britain. It doesn't feel fair I'm the only one who gets to survive. But I get to stay behind in the future. Mash. You've got that all wrong, Mash. You're not staying behind in the future. You're going back home to it. Remember, you never belonged to the Fey Era in the first place. So it's good you're going back. Even Ash said this would wrap everything up nice and neat. That didn't cheer you up. Fine. If you're that worried about it, I'll make you a special promise. A promise that'll prove you coming here to this era wasn't a mistake. A special promise? That's right. You know, I used to be a real jerk before I lost Ash. I was violent and selfish, and everyone else in the Wing Clan hated me. But then I joined Ash and went around Britain beating up bad guys with her. It was a lot of fun and all, but it also felt kind of empty. Like there was a big hole in my heart. I used to wonder what it was I really wanted to do, what I should do, and what would bring me real joy. But then you came along and filled that hole for me, Mash. Remember when you told me about Habitrot, the fairy from Scotland? I don't know which me is right, this Lostbelt me or the me from proper human history, but I don't care. The other me you described sounds so happy, I've decided that's who I want to be. You gave me a dream worth living for, Mash, and I don't mean the dream of becoming Habitrot from proper human history. No, my dream is to see you in a bridal gown. Ground? Bridal gown. Getting happily married. Now that you've given me that dream, I'm going to hold on to it forever. I'm always going to be grateful you came here. Aww. So just you wait right here and don't worry about a thing. While you're sleeping, I'm going to become a great tailor and see off at least 100 brides. That way maybe my own little wish will come true too. I mean, if I can make 100 brides happy, then I'll definitely help me become a real grown-up. Right. That's right. Knowing you, Totterat, I'm sure you'll become the best seamstress in the world. Right? So there's the promise. It's okay if you forget it as long as you keep waiting here. The next time we meet, I'm going to be able to make a wonderful dress that'll look absolutely smashing on you. So we missed a big event, clearly. Right? Everything, like they said, the fall of Londinium, like that was a footnote that we just skipped right over, huh? And so Mash, the first Tamlin, entered her slumber. It would be wrong for a human girl named Mash to exist in the Fey Era, you see. So by insisting that the figure in the coffin was actually the first Tamlin, oh, there wouldn't be a paradox in the heir of the High Queen that was to come. Great thinking, Ash. You know, Ash, I still don't get why you're helping Mash. I'm not too smart, but even I can tell you won't gain anything from it. She has a special spirit origin. Having someone like her working for me will be useful in the future. That was a dark face, you know? That was not a face of... That was a face of pain, you know? Gotcha. Well, I don't know much about that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to ask anything more. You're about to kill the Tree of Emptiness, right? And a whole lot of fairies are going to die, right? And our journey together is over. I'm going to go back to the south and work on my fairy training. This time, I'll do it for me. See you later, Ash. It's been fun. I see. Goodbye, Totterot. Those are empty eyes. Training for your own sake is all well and good, but don't forget what I taught you either, okay? Are we gonna see like rapid boop 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 boop? Oh boy. Yep. It's happening. Oh boy. She's been in a coffin. My diary. Page 14,800. It's been 400 years since that day. I'm now known far and wide as a first-class seamstress. I've even seen more than 100 brides off, but my wish hasn't come true. Of course it hasn't. After all, I still haven't been able to make a dress for my first bride, the one I care about more than any other. My legs don't work so well lately. My eyesight is fading, and I can barely hold this pen. Meanwhile, Britain hasn't changed one bit. Ever since Ash quit being its savior, war between the clans has resumed worse than ever. Now it's year 12,000, the year of the great calamity that occurs once every 1,000 years. Ash said this was when Britain was supposed to come to an end, but I know now that it won't. Mash told me it still exists in the future. Okay, nobody should find me in here. I sat down in the corner of a northern cave. As soon as I did, my eyes stopped working, my mouth stopped moving, and my mind started to go blank. I must have been even more tired than I thought. Let's see. 2019, Sheffield's Castle Town. I sprinkled the petrification powder Gritmir made for me on my head. I hear the world breaking apart far off in the distance. I hear the screams of fairies as they perish. It's the winter storm ringing the bell of revenge. Ash's return from Orkney. The world's end. The world's end could have two very different meanings. The last war. There's no more Uther, no more Round Table, no more Ector, no more Gritmir. It's just her and the War of Winter. Sorry I couldn't be out there with you, Ash, but fighting just takes too much out of me. This is the end of the Fae era, the moment that makes our entire pilgrimage meaningless. The time a savior vanishes from history and disappears from everyone's memory. That makes it sound if she's petrifying herself. Is she still around? Coast of the End. That's a lot of nodes. That's a lot of nodes. That's a worrying amount of nodes. Alright. Section 19. Section 19. Okay. About time we made it. This is the northernmost point in Britain, huh? If this were proper human history's Britain, we'd be around Edinburgh, I'd say. But it looks like this is about as far north as this version of Britain goes. I heard it was cold here, but I wasn't expecting it to be this cold. It never gets anywhere near this chilly in the south. It's not as bad as Russia, but it's still freezing. I mean, look at all the snow. And those are the tears of the Rain Clan. They're all that remain of the Rain Clan after it was wiped out in the Fae Era 4000. They're a song of grief and admonition to the other clans, and an apology meant for the Fairy of Paradise. Yeah, who's the Fairy of Paradise? It's not a skip, we're good. Exactly what it sounds like. A fairy who came from paradise. Don't worry, it'll all make sense soon. An apology meant for the Fairy of Paradise. Come to think of it, why did the Rain Clan die out? Was it Moors? Northern fairies? Nope. The Wind, Earth, Fang, and Wing clans all joined forces to wipe them out in one night. An alliance between 4 clans? That would definitely be enough to wipe out a single clan. But I thought the clans all hated each other until Morgan united all of Britain. So how and why did that many disparate clans form an alliance like that? Good question. It's hard to imagine that happening unless they all hated the Rain Clan more. A strong common enemy and all that. Were the other clans just afraid of the Rain Clan? Were they that powerful? Not at all. The Rain Clan was a quiet, peaceful clan, just like the Mir Clan. The whole reason they took up residence here in the north was out of a desire not to fight the clans in the south. And why? Because they helped the Fairy of Paradise. They took pity on her when she washed here from paradise and raised her as their princess, like she was one of their own. The other clans, well, they didn't like that at all. They were all, no way we're letting her go on her pilgrimage. All those traitors need to die for this. Another pilgrimage. What do they mean by pilgrimage? Sorry, no more chit-chat for now. We've got someone here to welcome us to Orkney. Oh wow, what a beautiful wolf! And its fur looks so warm. Yeah, there's almost something godly about it. Wait, it actually has real divinity? There's no gods in Britain. Does that mean there's a divine spirit somewhere nearby? It's heading off that way. Think it wants us to follow it? Yep, there's a little boat up there I used myself a long time ago. We can take it up to Orkney. Don't worry, it's only a 30-minute ride, and once we get there, my adventure will be over. What do you mean by that? I hope you're not saying you're just gonna die. Okay. Well, interesting. Hello? Hello? Okay. I mean, you can hurt everyone, but I kind of want to use Habitrot just because we can. You know, she's here. She's here. Give her some use, you know. Just kind of how I'm feeling right now. Otherwise, let's see, because you guys can pretty much attack all of them. So we'll go with you. We'll go with... Actually, someone we can use is... That's Ryder. I don't really want to use Ryder, but I can use you. You can do some good stuff. We'll give you... What type is yours? I don't even remember. Your type is... Is it red? It is. So sure, we can give you that. We can give you... maybe I'll just give you... the stars. Where's our lad with the stars? Where's our Mr. Hand? There he is. Don't Google that. And we'll give you... Sure. Okay. Sounds good. Alright. Are we just going to be battling on the water? Is that what we're doing? Let's see. Let's go. Nope. Okay. It looks like the White Wolf's headed towards a campfire. Boy, this really is the Dark Souls of Fate. Yep, and there's another wolf already there, along with... Hey, there you are, Frecky. Want some of the fish Moonin caught? Okay, so I thought he was the wolf. That's a servant, Tanner. I mean, there's another proper human history servant besides Oberon here? No, wait, I recognize that robe. Huh? Hey, Tanner. About time you got here. I was beginning to think you'd never show up. Kahulin. So wait, is this the one from frickin' Fuyuki? Kahulin. Frickin' hate that guy. Whoa there. Am I not calling me that? It really drags this Spirit Origins output down. Around here I've been gone by Gritmir for a long, long time now. Don't forget it. Gritmir, come to think of it, I do remember there being an old fairy by that name in Europe, but wasn't that also another name for the Norse Allfather? Oh, he uses rune magic. That would be crazy. What? You didn't tell him about me, Habitrot? Not even after I bailed you out in Sheffield? Yikes, there was so much happening back then I didn't realize at the time. But you've gotten really old, Gritmir. What are you talking about? I'm as young as I ever was. No, you'll be younger eventually. Just give it 2 years. I don't know what my predecessor was like, but I'm the second generation. Sorry to disappoint. Man, I had no idea time could be so brutal. Ash dropped dead if she saw you now. You're Gritmir the Sage, Kuhulin? How does that work? Jer, I'll be glad to fill you in. Not this like this is our first time meeting, is it? But first, gotta see if the child prophecy there is the real deal or not. Damn, this guy means business. Is it all right if we fight back, Tanner? Just another of the endless tests of skills, I think. God, it seems this man's much less nice than your usual acquaintances, Tanner. I mean, he's actually not that bad, but I don't know why, but something about this guy really rubs me the wrong way. Come on, let's get him. I mean, that's your body going, that's who killed me. And you know, people die when they're killed. God, we've come such a long way from that being the only thing I knew about Fate. Okay. I'm just more shook by the fact that if this is him, why? You know? For, like, how? If it's the same guy, how does he know? That's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. Let's focus on killing him first. So let's go, I mean, we can give you... I should have used the skills first. Whatever. We'll go that up. And you don't have any red to grab anyway, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Start with this. Okay, is he gonna immediately get his... Okay, no, he didn't. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's annoying. That's mad annoying. Well, that's actually gonna make him super annoying to fight, considering, like, yeah. He has that. And it's for how many turns? It's 1 turn, 3 left. Well, frick, okay. Let's just do this then for now. Okay. Oh. Is this just what you're gonna keep doing, buddy? I'm not a fan if that's the case. Good thing is you still have the break defense on you, so let's start with this on you, because you can break the invincible. Yep. Okay. Well, that's gone, unfortunately, but fine. Okay. You... Little heal. This does what? Increase art, NP gauge, and decrease HP. Nah, don't need that. What I will do is this. To get some more meter. Again, I've been told that that is a placeholder and that she actually gets her real one later. Okay. Howl. Oh. Howl raising your attack? What is this, Pokemon? Literally. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, this'll hurt, just not much. Okay, so type 79 Tamamo Tank, that's not the one that I thought it was from using the bones. Okay. Alright. Nice. At the Lake EX. Sacrifice for the World Tree. Whoa, that was just a lot of everything. Sacrifice for the World Tree. Apply Guts after one turn. And apply a state that increases your gauge when Guts is activated and offer yourself as a sacrifice. What? What does that mean? What do you mean? What do you mean offer yourself as a sacrifice, demerit? I don't know what that means. You just use words that don't mean anything to me. You know? Okay, let's just do... We gotta kill you. You're gonna get your super next turn anyways. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, that's what I want. That's exactly what I wanted, actually. Wait, what? Death charge what? Does that mean it makes it proc automatically or something? I didn't really get what that was. Habitrot survived. Hello, Anderson. Alright. Is it 3 left? It is 3 left. I just need a full combo. Hey, guess who has a full combo? It's me! Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Okay. This'll do it. Okay. Is it a kill yourself card? Kind of. I don't get it. I freaking don't get it. I need to understand what that does. Is it a use all your HP to go down to 1 HP with the stuff? Okay. A spirit she's never met before, huh? Alright, I see how it is. I have nothing to say to a kid who can't even be civil. Go on, get out of here. But you were the one who said to bring it on. Isn't that right, Tanner? Hell, you were the one who said we should fight him. I don't actually remember saying anything like that. Huh? Seriously? No, you're starting to sound like Oberon. Yep, that's Gritmir, alright. He might be all grown up now, but he's still as mean as ever. Alright, Gritmir, tell us what's going on here. How long have you been back in Britain? How long have you been back? That sounds like... I mean, Gritmir, this wouldn't happen to be your second time being summoned here, would it? If so, would the first time be long ago back in the Fae era, and the second time be, well, now? Uh-huh, we've got a clever one here, huh? Guess you'd have to be, since you already saved humanity once. Anyway, I think that's enough joking around for now. Now that I've crossed staves with you, I can tell for sure that you're the child of prophecy, the fairy of paradise. Allow me to introduce myself once again. I'm Gritmir the Sage. My true name is Kahulin. I'm a heroic spirit from proper human history. 6,000 years ago, I was summoned here as the divine spirit of Odin. Frickin' that's so cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. Okay. This time around, I've been standing guard here all day and night for the last year on Odin's behalf. Odin. We've never really... I mean, I was going to say we haven't dealt with Norse gods much, because most of them were dead when we got to Scandinavia. The only one that we kind of know is Magni, and that's because of Prisma Ilia. You might be like, what? Hey, I know it's tough, but you know that meme of the guy digging and then there's like the diamonds behind the wall that he just gives up at? That's literally what Prisma Ilia is. I nearly stopped at that wall, and thank God I didn't, because boy, there's diamonds once you get past a certain point. And it stops being weird. Fully. I know it's impossible, but yeah. The divine spirit. So then, is this one of those god beings you told me about, Tanner? But he's so affable. He's not the least bit majestic. That's about the reaction I was going for. You're a lot more amiable than I expected. You're right, I'm not at all majestic. I might be here as Odin's proxy, but I'm still just another heroic spirit, just like that old man over there. So how about you just call me Gritmir, like a friendly older brother sort. Older brother? If you're as a divine spirit's proxy, then you're just as much of an old man on the inside as I am. No way, I'm young in mind and body. Know why? 'Cause I bit it before I got old. I wonder why those two get along so poorly. This is really just a big Fate Stay Night reunion. Shut up! No! No, shut up, that's so funny! I bet it's a whole Fate thing. Shut up, that's so good. Albert was like spinning around being like, we gotta use this. But never mind that. I've got some explaining to do first, don't I? Unfortunately, my role here is more than a little complicated. I think I'll start by clearing that stuff up. Listen up, Tanner. You too, Child Prophecy. First up, my relation to Kaldia. I'm the same heroic spirit you formed a contract with in Fuyuki. Okay. Yeah, I did get reset when I went back to the Throne of Heroes, but I retained my records of you, Olga Marie, and King Arthur, who's still holding her ground here. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Yeah, what do you mean by that? I see. You're talking about Singularity F, or Singularity X, as Kaldius defined it. The one that took place in Fuyuki in 2004, which, again, that's still gonna apparently be important because it appears in the Part 2 anime opening, right? I've seen data on that incident too, and I'm pretty sure any servant that's been dismissed would never bring any records back with them. You can thank my divine spirit for stepping in on that. Hell, in my case, you may even call it the counterforce. The god who gave me this authority explicitly said he wanted me to watch out for you guys from Kaldia. He's also the god of magecraft and wisdom, see? And apparently he looked in the future and saw what we needed to do here before things got real bad. Well, Odin's all-seeing. That's the whole thing. By here, I meant Fuyuki and Britain, and by do something, he meant... Why are you freaking out so much? Well, it seems to come down to a word: recovery. See, this god's had his eye on this Lostbelt for a hell of a long time, a multi-dimensional eye specifically. He first summoned me here 6,000 years ago to aid the Fairy of Paradise. I was the first Gritmir the Sage. He was a pseudo-servant possessing a local fairy's body. I remember. He was about 14 years old and he had a sword instead of a staff. Oh, so literally his baby form. Interesting. Did he now? Ain't that something? What kind of kid was he? He was a real brat. I was getting into trouble. Ash leaned on him a lot, though. So, you and I used to be battle buddies. That's good to know. Yep, after we parted ways with Ash, the two of us talked a lot. You made that magic powder for me and came up with a plan and disappeared during the Great Calamity, right? Yep, previous Gritmir disappeared either because Ash revoked his contract or because she killed the Tree of Emptiness. Before he disappeared, Odin left some insurance in the form of a countermeasure to be implemented if this Lostbelt swapped places with reality. He knew that once humanity's everybody dies ending, the incineration of humanity had been resolved, there'd be no avoiding the bad ending, the reconstruction of humanity. All the necessary conditions were in place, so he figured the least he could do was handle the issue here, handle the issue here to take some of the load off Kaldia. And I'm the pseudo-servant he chose to help resolve that. In the first phase, he conferred his authority upon me in making me a caster. Then I showed up at Point X, Fuyuki, and formed a bond with Kaldia. After that, he sent me here to Britain, where humanity was be in real dire straits if somebody didn't step in. Though I had no idea about Gritmir the Sage before I got here. The only thing I inherited was my duty as a divine spirit of proper human history. I didn't know the first thing about this place. I was in the same boat as Tanner in that regard. So after I was summoned here, I spent a year investigating what happened in the heir of the High Queen. Learned about the calamities, the clans, Morgan, Tamlin, the transition from Fair to the heir of the High Queen, and once I saw that in the bell tower there, I put most of the pieces together. It's going to be Mash in a coffin. I knew then that my job was to wait for you guys here, to ensure that the pilgrimage succeeded, and to get the Fairy of Paradise back to paradise. So what does that mean exactly? English, please? Don't overthink it. It's just like Fuyuki. From here on, I'm going to accompany you on your journey. I'll act as one of your servants and all that. In exchange, I'm going to do whatever it takes to fulfill Einsel's prophecy. The promise Ash couldn't keep. I guess Kid Me was too soft to get the job done, but that's the job Gritmir the Sage is here to do. It's an awfully roundabout way of summoning a servant to help, but I'm glad to have you on board, Gritmir the Sage. First off, we'd love to hear what you know about the Fae Era and the heir of the High Queen, but before that, you don't gotta tell me. You're here looking for the Shield Girl, right? You're more worried about your trusted partner's safety than fixing humanity. I know it's not very sagely, but personally, couldn't agree more with that stance. Besides, I'm sure she knows way more about the Fae Era than I do. We may as well hear it from her instead. Are you sure about this? Hey, our goals are basically the same. All you gotta do is help me with mine. So you know where Mash is? Then does that mean... Yep, she's by the Bell of Pilgrimage. See that broken down castle over there? Bell Tower's right at the top. Yeah, again, that's a whole Dark Souls area, right? We're gonna run into snake women up there. I like how I'm making these jokes and you might be saying, oh wow, Tanner plays Dark Souls. No. Sorry, no. I just watch speedruns. Well, that makes it simple. Come on, Tanner, let's go get her. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. We got some real nasty things to get past between here. Oh, I was right about the snake women. They look like the kind of ghosts you'd see wandering around in foggy woods, but they're all way tougher than you'd think. You still gotta get past them, of course, but don't go thinking they're weak just because they're ghosts. In fact, if things go wrong, you might find these creatures much harder to fight than any other enemy you've faced so far. Pshaw. Pshaw. I don't need to worry about that. Wait, maybe what? Okay. They're, ruler, huh? I hate how this is low quality now. Like, I can see the pixels on the rider there. Alright, we need some, you know, call me Nick Fury, because I need some Avengers. Let's go. Or actually, I could just go with, wait, is there a restriction? There doesn't seem to be. So you know what, we'll go with you. And we're going to go with my grinding team. Yes. Perfect. The only thing I'm going to switch out is I am going to switch you for you. Yeah. And I'm going to switch this. Is that a 12? That is a 12. Good. We can switch that for... Switch that for that. Nice. Alright. Cool. Cool. Let's go. Yeah. Take him out. Take him down. Beating up ghosties. I hope it's like just one wave. That'd be cool. That'd be great. It's not gonna be. Interesting. Why? Why is it like this? Huh. Well, let's go buff. I did get my wish. I did not get the buff I wanted. Get that. Get that. Get this. Let's get this. Get this. Did we give you the... We gave you the up. You know what? Give you the up. There we go. Don't need the invincible again. Let's go. One. Ooh, don't have a full combo. That's alright. We'll go. Let's go. You don't need to do much. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Alright. Weird delay, but alright. Lack of music is a bit weird, too. How much do we get back? We get 100%. Don't mind if I do. Oath of Extermination. Okay. Well. That's only if we need it. We probably won't. We honestly probably won't.
もう仕方ない。本気にさせたのはそっちだから。神殿権限。これが私のエビンシグラフレーサー。
Nice. Nice. Yeah, the music or lack thereof is like, why? Hello. Don't mind if I do. I have been told I need to get him to Bond 6 because apparently that unlocks stuff. Important lore. So. Okay. Okay. Huh. Now, he is a special guest. Kind of want to use him just to see him in action, you know? I might not fully Buster Loop. In fact, I really won't, but we can maybe try. Because you're good against them. We'll go with you. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, let's put you back to your first skin. Because we've seen now in action. Let's go to your first one there, see if you got anything new. So we'll go with that. Yeah, you guys will fight. We'll see you in action. We'll see you doing some stuff. Sure. Sure. Right? Because you have that new skill. And I'm real curious about how it works. So, let's go. Feel like we're going to see ghosts of other nights. Those ghosts, they were... Don't be hasty. Bell Tower's not going anywhere. We need to take it nice and slow through this fog if we're going to stick together. Hey, Gritmir. We've covered enough ground by now that we ought to be at the bell tower. Hell, we just went up a big staircase a little while ago. So why are these things... Wait, what? What can I say? This stuff happens. Druids aren't usually ones to commune with the dead, but what the hell? They're asking they're asking you if you're qualified. Looks like they really don't want you going on ahead. What do you say, Tanner? Want to wait here till the fog clears up? No, I may not be qualified, but I'm going on ahead anyway. You heard the man, gents. We appreciate your warning, but you needn't have bothered. What are you guys still doing here anyway? Someone's supposed to reincarnate. Here, how about we help speed that along? Is it gonna be Tristan and Gawain like the originals? Is it? Let's see. What are we dealing with? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Show me. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I called it. I called it super hard. Nice. Alright, so remove deep. That applies. Okay. So yeah, I don't understand what it's saying. So I'm gonna go to FGO Caster Coup. I'm gonna go to Game Press. Right? So it says, okay, recover, okay, remove debuffs, recover own HP, increase attack, applied delay. So you get Guts after the delayed buff, after Guts has been activated. When Guts is activated, okay, when Guts, okay, so it is, you basically kill yourself to get meter. I see. Kind of. So what I'm going to do is, if I do, let me just try something here. I'm going to start by popping this. Right? I'm going to start by popping this. I'm also going to put this on. I'm also going to put... How much do you get? Okay, not full. But what we can do is we can now pop this on you. You get your meter, right? We can then do okay, wait, this does apply a state that increases Noble Phantasm gauge for yourself during normal buster attacks. I don't even remember seeing that. That's not super huge right now, so maybe I won't do that. Buster crit up, we don't need that on you. But what I might do is this... Let's hold off on this, because we're going to get it next turn anyways. I will do an attack up on you. I'm just trying some stuff out. We're going to start with Wicker Man. Right, we're going to start with it, and we're going to see if we can then do it again, and again, and again, right? Let's see. Okay. Oof, that's some damage actually. Even with the bad type matchup. Remove buff? Well, that friggin' sucks. That really sucks. Dang. Alright. There goes my strategy, I guess. Let's just give you then this. Alright, do some more stuff. We're gonna go... Let's just start by attacking you, because that's annoying. I don't like that. It's only 10%. Okay. Let's move this down. Oof. Okay. Alright. My strategy was not that great, I guess. Hello, Morgie. So. For you, let's go with... We don't even have, like, stuff for you. Let's go with, I will do this just so that you survive the onslaught just in case, right? And let's go... Again, let's just do as much as we can with you. There we go. Alright. Oof. Okay. Well, he can't use it this turn, so it doesn't matter. Let's go... Start with this. I may have to come in with a more actually well-made team, but we'll see. Okay. Oof. You're done. Sorry, when did he get... Well, that's fine. Alright. This is a problem, though. This is a big problem, actually. Alright, but thankfully... Let's go... You know, I don't... You know what? Let's just go, because you do extra damage to the Knights of the Round Table, right? Yeah. So you'll do big damage. Let's go 1, 2, 3. It's not going to be massive damage, but it's going to be a good amount. You'll definitely kill the one in the front. How much? Okay. Come on, get that crit. Well, that's fine. You didn't even need it. Okay. Okay. Gil, you're still good, right? Yeah. Gil, you're still good, right? Yeah, you're fine. You're fine, bud. I forgot that she's even here. I absolutely forgot. That's fine. You know what? We can just stun you now. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And this will do it. Done. There we go. Mash. You know I hate it when servants come in on the last round and then do the victory quote. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Hello? What are we facing here, I wonder? That looked like a caster and a saber? We made it to the top. There's the bell tower, just like Grimir said. And over there... Oh my god. They starfoxed her. They crystal starfoxed her. Is she sealed in ice? At least she's not conscious, it looks like. That's right. He's been in this... That's not a coffin, but okay. I mean, I guess an icy coffin. Sure, okay. He's been in this coffin for the past 2,400 years. Since Fae Era 400. 2,400 years? Why? Your guess is as good as mine. You'll have to ask her about that yourself. But according to the notes the first Grimir left me, the coffin's spell should be lifted once her master touches it. You made it. You two are finally reunited. However... What else is here? Looks like there's still one last obstacle to overcome. You won't be able to get near the coffin or the bell unless we do something about those things. Give him hell, Artoria. You're the only one who can beat him. God, she looks so broken. Are you okay with this, Habitrot? Even though they're calling your name? Oh my god, is it gonna be Ector and... Is it gonna be like Ector and Totterot? I'm fine. You're just hearing things. Go on, Artoria. Get him. This terrace belonged to a group of gentle, peaceful fairies. Beloved, rather. This terrace, beloved by a group of gentle, peaceful fairies, is Orkney's holiest place. The ancient era these spirits belong to is long over. It's time they left. Okay, what do we got? Saber was one, but what's the other one? The other one is one NPC servant. It's going to be Artoria. Is she guest limited? Dang. Okay. And, yeah, Saber and... Okay, in that case, let's go with meme crits. That's going to be useful. You'll help with that. And for the caster, we can go with, I doubt they're male, right? I highly doubt it. But you know what? You can also help out because you're blue. Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. So you can help out with some blue, hopefully repeat stuff. Now, what I could do is I could try and make it so that they, like if I want blue support, I could go with you to help out, right? I could go with you to try and like do a bunch of stuff. Sure, let's go with that. And let's go with, again, maybe that. We'll have that so that we can switch you in when need be. Other characters that'd be good. I'm guessing they might be Faye, maybe. I'll bring in you just because, again, you're useful. You can do some stuff, but also be helpful. And in the back, well, since we have a servant that is taking up cost, let's go with, let's see. When in doubt, bring in you, because you can do silly. Oh, almost immediate super. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, no, you can, because we can give you your meter. Okay. Sure. Let's go with this. We'll just make sure to not put you two in battle at the same time, because again, for some reason, we don't know why, it makes the buffs less possible to happen. I wonder, okay, if we miss right away, we'll know it's like, even if he's in the back, it doesn't work, which would not be good. Really? Just regular, oh my god, Mash in the background there, but just regular Arthur, huh? Is he meant to be the stand-in for Uther? Interesting. Savior, activate Charisma of Hope every 3 turns. Increase attack for yourself during... Okay, so just buffed up. Okay. So let's go with this on you. We'll go with this. We'll go with this on you. Pop this. We'll try and not have you. Yeah, we'll have that on you. And then we can do. I'm good with that. That's fine. Let's go 1, 2, 3 to do as much as we can. What's this song? So somber. Good damage. 82. Now, oh well, let's see. 93. If he gets hit, he'll get it though. Sword of Selection. Sword of Selection, it said. It very clearly said sword. You saw that, right? Remove defense buffs. Perfect. I think that counts. Let's do that again. And actually, let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yep, remove defense buff. That means that he was able to get hit there. Good. That's gonna super kill, yeah. Wow, we're gonna get it one more time, huh? Wow, you're specifically going for him. Bro is not having it. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's a lot of attacks I'm noticing. That's a lot of attack buffs I just realized. Melissa let us heal up a bit. Maybe I should have, you know what? I should have maybe switched into the other guy, but that's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I wonder if it's a permanent buff, actually. Uh-oh. Okay, we're nearly done this one. Mm-hmm. Okay, we saw them disappear, right? Okay, yeah, there's absolutely stuff on them. Okay. Let's go with switch out you two. Right, because you can now come in and do some stuff. That's pretty good. I mean, we can use that to to get the meter right away. Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just hit him right away, get some meter. Yep. There we go. Final night. Charge gain. That's fine. Oh, we don't get to hear him popping off the seals, which is really cool, actually. Did that kill him? That was a lot of damage, actually. Oh, Merlin's dead. Whoop, that's not great. Okay. Hi, Odysseus. Welcome back. It's been a minute since we've seen you. Let's pop... You know what? Let's do this on you. Right? And let's go... 1... Actually, let's go 1... Wait, do we... No, I'm gonna hold off on that. Let's just go 1... 2... 3... Right? Big damage. Not that big damage. I've seen bigger damage. Okay. Not the best hand at all. Okay. This is just on yourself, right? Yeah. So let's just go 1, 2, 3 for now. Get an invincible on each of them.
あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。ここでまっすぐ。
I mean, she's chipping away. Yeah. Thank you for being very good with attacking them in order like that. That's very helpful, actually. Let's do... Well, if we give you meter, you can get 2 more. So yeah, let's do that. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. Nice. That works. Damage is damage. Defense is defense.
誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。アラウンドカリバーン。
And that's, yeah, that's good, that's good. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Bro is maxed out. Ready to go. But not with the many stars. Not with any stars. I'm gonna just pop this on you just for now. Let's go 1, 2, or let's go 2, 3. Okay.
アルテミス、その力を貸してくれ。お前と一緒なら負ける気がしない。アルテミス、アグノス。
Okay, and let's do some stuff and big hit. Okay, now. Not great. You're gonna die. Absolutely. You will survive. You won't. You super won't. I don't think there's anything we can really do. So, 1, 2. We're just gonna try and do as much as we can till we, you know, so we can survive. Okay. Hey, never mind. We should be good. We got by with a little crit, you know. That's all we needed was a little extra crit. Thanks, Super Orion. Nice. Again, the music is so somber. And she's crying. Where have I... You did good, Artoria. I think you've both come to terms with things now. Once you ring the bell, Orkney's role will be over. But, first things first. Go ahead and touch the coffin, Tanner. Once you do, she'll be back to normal, lickety-split. I'm running. You can't stop me. This isn't lickety-split. Get her out of there. I need my hug. Oh, cliffhanger. Oh. Oh. All right. What are we doing? No battle? Okay. Let's go. Oh, this Londinium? Why? This was supposed to be the greatest day in Britain's history. Everything was supposed to change for the better. But they killed Uther. They slaughtered my entire round table like they were just trash. They asked the world of us. They thought the world of Uther. But now they've poisoned him. They were too afraid to even face him. Cowards! Uther, talk to me, Uther. Uther, say something. Please say anything. Just open your eyes. I never let failure stop me. I've kept trying all these thousands of years. Am I doomed to fail here too? Is it still not enough? Am I not enough? Is it not... Can I not save Britain? Is there no Britain that can be mine? Peace, equality, I never should have tried for either. How dare they? How dare they? I will never forgive them, ever. I was born in this Britain over 3,000 years ago. I've defeated every calamity I've faced until today. But I was always hated afterward, never praised, never loved. Then, one day after I woke from the latest of so many hibernations I've been forced to undergo to hide from the fairies, I finally understood. My enemy wasn't just the calamities, it was the fairies of Britain as well. They were pure and innocent in the truest sense. They enjoyed both good and evil things alike without losing either that purity or innocence. They are at their core no different from those loathsome humans who drove me from Britain. So I crushed every possible source of malice, vested interests, discrimination, oppression, envy, mockery, all of it. I tore up every weed to prevent malice from taking root, and all with their knowledge and consent. Maybe not every fairy agreed, but by large, they understood what I did would create a better future, and supported it. But just enough malice remained. A few fairies took one look, someone just missed one word, took one look at the foundation of peace so many had worked so hard to build, and tore it apart because they didn't like it. Because they could. I give up. Even if all this has failed, if it's all come to nothing, then I can never believe in people's so-called goodness, nor even ever understand it. Even if I did, what would be the point? Everything I did, everything I worked for, was just a waste of time. After all the times they betrayed me, I should have known better, but I still clung foolishly to a sliver of hope. And now, because I wasted my time caring about something so utterly absurd, I've failed yet again. If my intent is to keep Britain alive, if that's what I want, then I was a fool to think being its savior was the way to accomplish it. No more. I will find another way. A better way. That's it. I won't deliver the fairies' absolution. I won't deliver salvation. Enough of this fairy of paradise of being Avalon the Fae. I should have ruled this land from the start.
There she is, it's Ash the Agitator. Capture her alive. The clan heads have ordered that she be made to stand trial.
Wait, stop. I'm not Ash, I'm not. But wait, who am I? Who am I? What? I heard a fairy screaming in the distance. She wasn't me. She was the one who sold us out to the clan heads. I used my magecraft to erase her memories and make her look like me. Oh! Once again, everyone will believe Ash the Savior is dead. This time she won't come back. Why concern myself with the calamities? I can't be bothered to stop every little act of destruction. I have a more important task to focus on. In 400 years before the next great calamity arrives. The Tree of Emptiness, a needle made on a foreign planet to close the seam in the universe. Huh. Are we doing a bad thing with destroying the Trees of Emptiness? That makes it sound like... But then again, I don't know, huh? I already know how it works. It's beautifully designed, but that is of no consequence to me. Take the rest of the universe for all I care, Celestial Sphere. But Britain is mine. I'm gonna end this cosmic fantasy and make my own dream come true. No more of this Lostbelt what-if absurdity. I will make my Britain real, even if I must stitch it to the fabric of this planet myself. Londinium is destroyed. The Savior has no doubt been executed in Salisbury by now. Hector has already gone his own way. It's only us heading to Orkney. You were right all along, Mash. Our whole pilgrimage was for nothing. What? No, that's not... Please don't look so sad. I've grown used to this. Besides, everything, all of this, even this conversation we're having now, is merely a hypothetical the Tree of Emptiness is creating. It doesn't matter what we do. The Fey era is going to end and the era of the High Queen will begin. Ash's failure was probably inevitable. I just couldn't handle the way things ended. That's all. Ash. Londinium is destroyed, Ash is executed, and the first Tamlin goes to Orkney along with her coffin. That's how the Savior's Tale ended in the era of the High Queen you came from. So we need to make sure that's exactly how things turn out, or there'll be paradoxes when you wake up. The Fey era will last for 400 more years. Then, in its 12,000th year, the next great calamity will destroy everything, and the era of the High Queen will begin without the Tree of Emptiness. Once the era of the High Queen begins, you'll be unable to act as Mash until the Calamity of Norwich in 2019. If you do anything at all as Mash, the world will see you as a paradox from the Fey era and erase you. I see. So the moment I was sent into the Fey era by the water mirror, I was bound to live out the rest of my life in it. And to get back to the time I came from, I need to be inside a quantum coffin. That's right, even though we don't know how ray shifting works, we can't travel through space-time without a coffin. This is probably exactly why Morgan only sends calamities back in time from the Fey to the Fey era. The Fey era can tolerate a few inconsistencies. As long as the era of the High Queen remains intact, nothing else matters to her. I doubt she cares at all about the suffering the calamities she sends back to the Fey era will cause. Besides, to be perfectly honest, I knew how this was going to turn out. Even if you had never come from the future to make it clear, I've always known the Savior will fail. So, you already knew that the Fey era would end and the era of the High Queen would follow it? No, that part I didn't know. But by the year you came from, 2019, or 1419 in Fey era terms, Britain would already be destroyed. That's what happened in the first Britain Lostbelt. The real one. What? But I didn't like that, so I came to the Fey era from the future. Like you. What? From my perspective, this has always been the second version of this world. Though now that you're here, I suppose you could call it the third. What the frick is happening? Wait, hold up. What? Huh? What? Alright. I'm... Or maybe it's just a slightly different take on the second, since we kept the basic chain of events the same. Can I ask you something? Does that mean your real name is... Oh, good. Looks like Todorot found us a small boat. Come on, let's go, Mash. That is Galahad, first of the Tamlin. That is your name, now that you're going into the coffin. There's a couple names that could be. Have you said your goodbyes to Todorot? Oh, I see, so she made a promise to you. I think I'd better explain something to you, Galahad. When the Fey era transitions to the era of the High Queen, all the information that was added in this new second version of the world will be erased. The era of the High Queen will be a continuation of the events from the original second version. The first and new second versions will never have existed. God, what is this? Is like trying to explain, like, Persona, the sequels, whenever they do an updated remake, but then they do a sequel and then they don't work together. Frick. The only thing that will carry over is you, sleeping in this coffin. In 400 years, when the era of the High Queen has begun, I don't think I will even remember you. More precisely, I will become the second version of myself once again. So if a fairy were to try and bring memories from this new second version into the era of the High Queen, then this world would perceive that fairy as a foreign element, a being who was never a part of the second version's Fey era. I mean, it'll be as though she never existed in this history? I'll do my best to prevent that from happening. As long as no one perceives the contradiction in history, she should still be able to exist. It's no trouble. I already intended you to forget everything I'm about to tell you for as long as you remain in Britain anyway. Listen to me closely, Galahad. What I'm about to tell you is for after you wake up from your slumber. If you and Caldia should succeed at excising Morgan's fairy Britain, then the battle that awaits you in the next Lostbelt will be the same as the one I face. It will be a battle to make peace with your own heart, a battle to understand life itself. As good as your reasons to fight have been, you've lacked the will to do so. You may not have been aware of it, but you've been thinking of the power to hurt others, to hurt the world as something bad. Consequently, you've been running from it. But everyone has the ability to cause harm, and the responsibility that comes with it. It isn't that humans want to do good. They just keep choosing things they think will give them the best possible future. And there's no right answer in those choices, no matter how many people they may end up saving. Since there are no right answers, you must decide for yourself what to protect, what you'll fight against, Galahad. You will come to know many hearts and minds, and all will be different. Some will try to understand, some will refuse to give up. Some will be accepting, some will refuse to succumb to hate. Some will try to shake the herd off, some will refuse to be corrupted or influenced. But no matter how wonderful a person may be, they will never have a heart free of conflict. Every heart has its battles to fight. Please, try to stop running from that. Because when that hole in your heart is filled with a reason to fight that's all your own, then Galahad will once again entrust you with all of his power. No heart is free of conflict, no matter what sort of person you are. That's right. You'll probably forget this by the time you wake, but when the time comes, I will make sure you remember. Though even I can't say whether you'll become someone different like I did, or if you'll remain yourself as you continue to grow. So she's Morgan like 100%, right? Right? Like, I feel like it's just all clicking into place that way. This is goodbye. Oh, one final thing. You should know that even if you should meet me after you wake up, I won't know you. I may think of the coffin I left here after you caught up. I may think of the coffin I left here after you're caught up in the Watermere in Norwich. I may even realize what it all means. But I'm quite sure that the me you will meet then will no longer be Ash. Thank you so much for everything, Ash. Even if you knew how things were going to turn out, I still think your journey did the name's savior justice. Well, sure. We gave it all we had, didn't we? Farewell, brave knight of the future. In light of your achievements, I'll let you in on a secret. Ash the Savior isn't my real name. My adopted mother gave it to me after Orkney was destroyed. My true name is Morgan. There it is. I'm Avalon the Fae, the fairy of paradise who washed up here from the planet's inner sea to save Britain. I'm also King Arthur's arch enemy, the witch who destroyed all of Britain in proper human history. That is the name of the Lostbelt's king who awaits you in the distant future, the one Kalia must defeat. Okay. Well, that explains some stuff. Not all. Definitely not all. The ice. We gotta do like a Britney Spears music video and break the ice. And just like that, it's all anime. And breaking. Oh, is she gonna be jumping out to hug us? Please. 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 Whoa, it's moving. She's crying. No! Bro, grab her. Bro, grab her. What do you think she was gonna do? Just hover in the air? Hit her with the Zangief anti-air, you know? The jump up and grab, but do a hug. Not a suplex. Whoa, I've got you, Mash. There you go. Is this Orkney? I think I was just told something very important. Are you awake now? Senpai? Yeah, it's me. Welcome back, Mash. We're good this time. Right. I'm back, Senpai. I've been on a very, very long journey. There are so many things I want to tell you. There's Sheffield, the Feyera, and Ash the Savior. The one who sent me back here. And so, at long last, she and Tanner were reunited. Finally freed from the coffin, he took her in his arms and held her tight. Very true. They embraced warmly but quietly, each treasuring the other's presence. Upon seeing this heartwarming and eye-searing sight, I found myself letting out a sigh of relief and disappointment. The mage from the world of humans, a young man upon whom others placed a crushing burden, regardless of how he felt about it. Sure, he isn't perfect. He lied, obfuscated, made plenty of mistakes, opened his wallet a few too many times. But it was also abundantly clear that he was doing his best to hide his dissatisfaction, no matter how much he tried to cover it up. That's why I couldn't help but come with him all this way. But now I can see he has a true friend, one he really cares about. That's great. It makes sense, really. He never would have made it this far if he hadn't put his trust in others. Of course, I should have known that he and I were nothing alike. Huh. Okay, well. Okay. Let's finish this off. That's everything I experienced here in Britain. To sum it up, there have been 2 iterations of the Fae eras. Ash the Savior's been alive for 6,000 years, and she's also actually Queen Morgan. And while Ash wasn't capable of it, as Queen Morgan, she's able to ray-shift things. Finally, Ash also referred to herself as the Fairy of Paradise. Does any of that help? Definitely, if nothing else, I now have a pretty good idea of how the heir of the High Queen, that is the current era of Fairy Britain, came about.
You do? I don't get it at all. My only thought after hearing all that was I guess Japan ain't the only island nation whose people have nothing better to do than fight each other. Wah wah.
Believe me, that's got nothing to do with being islands. Pretty much the same in Europe. Wherever there are territorial, religious, and/or class differences, you're gonna get war. Wow. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. That said, since an island nation obviously doesn't have to worry about invaders as much as its lack of That said, since an island nation obviously doesn't have to worry about invaders as much thanks to its lack of adjoining land, warfare does inevitably end up being waged among its own people. But even so, there's something off about this Britain. Sure, it's had more than its fair share of problems like its lack of land, lack of humans, and a different ethnic group taking up residence in the form of the Northern Fairies, but even so, they should have been able to put aside their differences and come together as a nation sooner. And yet, it sounds like there was no end of war all during the Fae era, no matter how many times the Savior smoothed things over. Do you know what the cause of that constant discord was, Tanner?
The Fairy of Paradise? That's right, the Fairy of Paradise, Avalon the Fae. In addition to the clan's turf war, their main dispute was what to do with her. Their opinions were split right down the middle. Before we get into that, I think we better clear up what exactly the Fairy of Paradise is. Isn't that right, Artoria? Go on then. It's about time you told them the duty you've known about since... Well, no, the duty you were given when you were born. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I mean, I didn't already tell you? That's weird. Guess it really slipped my mind. Okay, I can tell you that now then. Not like it's any big secret after all. As you can probably guess from the name, the Fairy of Paradise is a fairy that was sent here from Avalon, the planet's inner sea. The duty part, though, a little vague. When I was born, I heard a voice telling me, venture into Britain and right its wrongs. That's it. That's all I got. I think it must have been the same for my predecessor, the Fairy of the Lake. Apparently, the Fairy of Paradise is a star seed.
Star seed?
Star seed? That washed up on Earth's surface from paradise. I mean, it's called the moment a star or moment a planet is born, right? If she's lucky enough to take root on the surface, then she becomes an infant of sorts and keeps growing like a human till she reaches her mature form. Most fairies seem to either love her or hate her for that. Morgan, must have been a star seed when she washed up in Orkney all those years ago. The Rain Clan's leader then raised her as her daughter, which ultimately led to Orkney being destroyed. In my case, I'm guessing I first washed up in the Lake District, after which the Mir clan leader threw me out to sea. It was probably sheer luck that the fairies of Tintagel found and rescued me. So, the clans saw the Fairy of Paradise as their enemy? Well, yes, but not all of them. If nothing else, the head of the Rain clan raised Morgan like she was her own daughter. It also led to other clans putting aside their differences just to wipe them out. It's the upper-class fairies with the most prominent bloodlines who most hate and fear the Fairy of Paradise. And that's because she wasn't born in Britain? That's right. The Fairy of Paradise may be a fairy, but she's not a British fairy. As far as the clans are concerned, both Morgan and Artoria are invaders from a foreign land. Well, more specifically, they see them as the Isle's rightful heirs. The Rain clan heard the voice of Paradise and decided to follow the Fairy of Paradise. They believed Morgan was truly meant to be the Isle's king. For them, the pilgrimage was probably a ritual meant to return Britain to its rightful king. But the other clans, Wind, Earth, Fang, and Wing, refused to accept that. Instead, they all banded together to destroy the Rain clan and their hometown of Orkney. Right, that's the fall of Orkney that took place in Fae Era 4000. But the Fairy of Paradise survived that attack and began a journey to save Britain under the name of Ash. Yep, that was probably the key point. How do you mean? Let's go over the whole timeline briefly to make sure we're on the same page. Can you bring up a chart? That'd be super awesome. Oh, we don't mind Artaria, but to make things simpler, if we, it'll make things easier for us if we use the BC method of counting. Please, show me a timeline. Okay. 12,000 BC. The British Lostbelt, a world comprised solely of fairies, comes into existence. 11,000 BC, probably when the first Great Calamity struck. 6,000 BC, Britain's landmass grows out as far as what we call Scotland. The southern fairies encountered the northern fairies, who had been living off the woods, formed on Albion's remains, and the War of Spring begins. After the war, the Rain and Mir clan build their own kingdoms where the war was fought. 4,000 BC, the Fairy Paradise washes up at Orkney, which is summarily destroyed by the Clan Alliance. 2000 BC, the northern fairies arrive on British soil once again from Ireland to the west. This leads to the War of Summer, which would have wiped out the clans if Ash hadn't stepped in to broker peace. The northern fairies are then welcomed into Britain as a new clan, the King Clan. 400 BC, the War of Autumn. The Round Table, a group of humans and human sympathizers, begin an armed uprising in the name of peaceful coexistence. This leads to Uther, a human knight, being recognized by the clans as the first king of Britain. But then in Londinium, on the day of Uther's coronation, a group of insurrectionists destroys the Round Table. Uther is poisoned, Ash is executed, and the Savior is never seen in Britain again. And finally we come to 1 BC, the year a great calamity wipes out most fairies in Britain and puts an end to the Fae era. Okay, yeah. That's a rough timeline of the major events of the Fae era based on the information we have so far. So, what's this key point you mentioned? What else? The point where the timeline diverges into a first and second version. In the first version, the original timeline, the Fairy Paradise must have been killed in Orkney during a massacre in 4000 BC. In that timeline, Britain experienced a number of catastrophes, and in 1 BC it ultimately became a completely dead wasteland. There may have been a few straggling survivors, but the land would never again gain the numbers it needed to flourish as a seed. I'd guess that for the next 2,000 years or so, it became a vast wasteland where lower-class fairies were just barely able to eke out a subsistence-level existence with nothing in the way of civilization. But if the Fairy Paradise survives the attack in 4000 BC, we get the Fairy Britain we know now, huh? Gotcha. So she really is protecting Britain, at least technically. That's right, over 90% of the fairy population was wiped out by the Great Calamity of 1 BC. That's when the debt they incurred at Londinium finally caught up to them. It all happened on an unprecedented scale. There was the Calamity of the Beast, which devoured the fairies' cities, and the Calamity of the Flame, which razed everything to the ground. According to the first Grimir's notes, those were the two calamities that ended the British Lostbelt. However, we still don't know how she did it, but it was after that all went down that Morgan began a new era. She must use a spell powerful enough to wither the whole damn Tree of Emptiness. That was when she stopped the British Lostbelt from ending there and revived it as Fairy Britain. Yep, when she did, the fairies who'd nearly been driven to extinction came back as their next generation successors. Just a few months later, things are back to normal, with the clans at each other's throats again. That was when an invader appeared, one that had all the fairies quickening their boots. She came from Orkney, Britain's long-forgotten north, and storms came with her.
Once again, the fairies banded together to try to kill her, but she was far stronger than all of them combined. And so the invader dominated all of Britain's fairies herself and built the castle Camelot beside the pit as a sign of her dominance. The invader was Morgan, and the war her invasion began was the War of Winter. It's the event that ushered in the first year of the Heir of the High Queen, or 1 AD in proper human history. Okay. But, so what? However she might have ended up there, Morgan's still a threat to proper human history, must be stopped. So as another fairy of paradise like her, you're the only one who can defeat her and return Britain the way it should be. Right. I guess so. Oh, what do you think, Mash? Do you want to fight Morgan? I did think of Queen Morgan, as a friend, but I'm still willing to fight her. I promised Boggart, Rob, Weg, Winky, and so many others that I would save the fairies of Britain. I will try talking to her first, of course, but if she won't listen, and fighting is our only option, then I won't hold back. I may be Ash the Savior's friend, but I'm not one of Queen Morgan's knights. Right, of course. Man, he's so responsible. Are you done talking now? And hurry up and ring the bell so we can get back to Britain already. I don't know about you guys, but I've had enough of this cold. Plus, the others are probably worried about us. Oh, that's right. Habitrot is here too, Mash. She's right here. Look at her. Oh? I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. Habitrot, was it? You must be one of the fairies who's been helping Senpai out on his journey here. It's a pleasure to meet you. Did she... Oh, no, she forgot? Thanks, but you really don't have to be so formal. I'm just kind of along for the ride. What's going on? What's there to say? This is how it is. I mean, when did I say she and I were friends, or even acquaintances? I'm just a guide, that's all. Now that my job's done, I can go back to taking it easy. I mean, sure, you did just kind of show up out of nowhere, and even though you've been great about keeping Tanner's spirits up, we never did learn much about you. So, why did you do all this? And how do you already know Gritmir? Oh, that? Well, he and I met a long time ago. Right, Gritmir? It's all part of your plan, wasn't it? I guess so. Probably did plan all this. Nice job, Habitrot. Now everything's wrapped up nice and neat. See, I might just be a weak lower-class fairy, but I'm worried about Fairy Britain too. Now, go on and ring the bell, Child of Prophecy. Once you do that, you'll finally be on level ground with Morgan. Alright. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on, but I can't say no to those eyes. That's real curious. That's real curious. Song of Paradise, voice of the inner sea, you who were born to be selected to decide the fate of this land and to see justice done. The bells of the bones of Inception shall show you the way. Forgive us these sins. That last line still worries me. Oh, even the Forgotten Village, like, we're far from that. This is truly heard throughout all of Britain. Whew, nice. We made it back to mainland before sunset. And I take it we're headed to Edinburgh next, like we discussed in Orkney? Yep. We got attacked in Knocknareve. Last time she said she wouldn't give us the time of day. But now Artoria is the leader of the Round Table Army, and she's run 4 of the Bells of Pilgrimage. Between that and the fact that she and Knocknareve are old friends, she should be more than willing to negotiate with us. Right, Artoria? Uh-huh. Wait, are we at the Ashen Shore? Oh god, don't tell me that she's gonna be going through what Shiro went through in Heaven's Feel, where like time starts to accelerate and it just like you have these duties and your duties it just skips and it's like the saddest thing. That's the scariest. That part of Fate Stay Night scared me the most. Like that was terrifying. Just having time skip. Like if time started skipping on me, I would be so terrified. Right? I feel like the little moments are what make life so good, so for every little moment to be skipped, that'd be the worst. Something on your mind? Oh, I see, we already made it back. I guess I zoned out. So did the bell ring like it's supposed to? Am I any different now? Don't worry, the bell rang nice and loud and your spirit origin's definitely stronger. You might still be no match for Morgan, but no ordinary fairy stands a chance against you anymore.
Yep, Knocknariv shouldn't have any issue with forming an alliance with us now. So let's march right up to Edinburgh and get this anti-Queen coalition underway. Oh, she's going through some stuff, I bet. Yeah, here we go. An anti-Queen coalition, huh? True, if Knocknariv were willing to join us, we'd have enough of an army to give us a fighting chance. But Queen Morgan's been protecting Britain all on her own for 2,000 years, right? I honestly don't know if I can look someone so amazing in the eye. I really hope I can do this. Interesting. Some interesting stuff. I was gonna say, give me that skill. Thank you. This is such a weird skill. It's so weird, but I do like it now that I see how it works. Alright, Chocolate Emperor is next time. Alter Ego. Really? Is that just gonna be a practice with Murmasa, I'm guessing? My guess. Anyways, sounds good. Oh god, oh god. There's so much. There's a lot. I mean, we know a lot of this. Is it going to be split up into two now? It's not. Okay. This is a lot of story to keep track of, but it's actually not too bad. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Ciao, guys.